to playing here so much because every time I play in Chicago, it's always amazing. So I've been very excited. When I stood up there earlier today and had sound check, I spilled some Red Bull, because I drink Red Bull now. Mother's gotta keep herself happy in one way. That's what I do now, and that's how I reference myself as mother. So I spilled my Red Bull, and when I stood there on the first song, it was still wet and kind of sticky, and I just got like real sensory overload in my feet, and I hate it so much. I love being barefoot, but I hate it when my feet are wet. It's just the worst thing that could ever happen. I just wanted you to know what I've been through to get here. I'm sorry for saying that, by the way. That was sarcasm, which I recently learned how to use properly. But yes, I'm sorry. I just wanted to say that I'm so excited, and I want to thank you for, like, I can already feel like you're giving so much love and so much energy to us. It's so kind of you, and I really appreciate it. And now we're gonna do a new song from the new album.
Favorite kind of egg. Free range egg. Oh, sorry, I can't see. There's so much sound. Oh, I love you. It smells amazing. Thank you so much. It's nice because I feel like I don't. I wish you can. Oh, can you all be quiet and then go and then breathe very loudly in at the same time? Just to hear if I can hear it. Okay, I'll count to 3 and then you sniff this with your noses, okay? Okay, 1, 2, 3. Can we do one? Can you crack your knuckles? To the people that this is like a triggering noise, just cover your ears, and for us other people that likes to have fun, you listen to it. So if you can do it, can you crack your knuckles when I count to 3? I'm so sorry, and then I promise to never ask anything more of you ever again. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Did you know there's nothing that gets me going like the sound of 2,000 knuckles times 5? So quite many. Oh, that was gorgeous. I wish I could just listen to you do that for an hour instead of you listening to us. What a bad thing.
You want to break my feet?
Okay. But enough about you guys. It's all about you all the time. You and your knuckles. No, but actually, this is all about you, and I talk about it very often. How much I've learned through your eyes, your beautiful faces. You have no idea. You don't even know how beautiful you all look when you just enjoy music. Because when people don't know that they're being watched, when people feel safe and free, and they just forget about themselves for a minute, they become so incredibly beautiful. And it's the most beautiful thing you can ever wear, I think, is freedom. If you could see yourself, but I mean it, if you could see yourself how I see all of you every night when we sing, you wouldn't even dare hate on yourself for a second. Because it's incredibly beautiful. And I've learned so much about what music really means, and I keep all of you in my mind and all of you in my heart and thoughts when I write as well. I have many of your letters hung up on my wall in my studio, and also behind my piano, so when I forget, I never do, but if, then I read your words and I remember why I'm here and what I'm doing and why I should keep on going, because it's a very inspiring thing. All of your stories and all of your words and all of your faces is my favorite thing in this whole world. And this next song is inspired by a letter I once got and by Aurora. And it's from my newest album as well. And to anyone that this song touches, I'm very sorry that you know how it is to be hurt in places where you should have been safe. Then I asked the audience to do this, and then you all, one by one, started flying up to the small rockets, and then we all went to the universe, or to the moon maybe, I don't know, to somewhere where there are no like racists or misogynists and homophobes. There is kind of, I often think that there can't be any better place than Earth, because she's so beautifully, wonderfully made in the way she's created. Every single animal and every single bug and human, and it's all supposed to work perfectly together in this balanced, perfect, beautiful thing. But then we found a way to kind of, are you okay? Who? What's happening? Did someone faint, or is it someone fell? Okay. Do we have some water or security over there? Just lift your hands and show them where to come. Thank you. She's okay? Yeah. If she wants, she can maybe either see the show from up there, where she can sit, or even just take a break in another room and come back. Because it's quite warm in here. Are you all okay? Yeah, fine. Just take care of each other, support each other, be friendly. I know you guys create the most friendly, beautiful environment. And I want to thank you all for being so cool people, because it makes all the shows a really cool place to be, which is really nice. Is it okay over there? It's okay? Okay, thumbs up. Thank you. Maybe it was too much of me talking about this word, red rockets. No, but it's very normal. And if you feel a little lightheaded, try to sit down before you fall, or just alert the friend next to you, because we're all friends in here and it's okay. But yes, what was I talking about? Probably something worth stopping. Yes, that the world is perfect, but also that there must be somewhere more beautiful. And I think the most beautiful place on earth, the heaven on earth we all try to create while we're here, where there's room for all of us, definitely, in this kind of heaven. It's definitely a thing that exists within our hearts, and I think a lot about it. The goodness in people and the power we all have in our hands to make each other's lives better, to affect the whole world in such a beautiful way. I find it truly magical. Even though we can explain it and it's easy to believe in, I still find it equally as magical as people flying or aliens, or which is, I find all of these things incredibly magical, and I guess that's what inspired this next song, because I was looking at a little girl running towards her parents, with the most beautiful happiness and love, just overwhelming love for this person that she sees all the time and maybe haven't seen for like 2 minutes, and when she saw them again, she was so unbelievably happy and it was incredibly beautiful, and she ran and her mother went down like this to greet her, and all the people around was looking at them and smiling, and just her doing that little act made everyone's day better around, and it was very beautiful. And when I went to bed that night, I woke up with this song in my head, and I'm gonna sing it too. And give some love to Frederick. And crying really helps. And sometimes you can cry so much that it physically hurts you. And you feel like you're about to choke and you look so ugly and red. But it's the perfect thing, and it's a reason why it's a natural response for us human beings. And it's weird how many of us are told in this world that we're not allowed to cry. And I think especially for the men in this room, in this world, how little room there is. Yes! Cry! And it's terrible. It's really sad how little room there are for all of us, and especially men, in this world to show vulnerability and to show weakness. And it's not even weakness. Like crying is a strength, it's incredible. And it's so important, and I hope all of you know, especially for tonight, for all of your life, that you're so allowed to cry, and you should cry at least once a day. And this next song is about just that, and I wrote it because I feel like we should cry. We all stand on indigenous land. Because once, a long time ago, this whole world was owned and driven by people who really, truly lived in harmony with the world. And I feel so grateful every single day for all the work indigenous people have done for this planet. On behalf of the Western world, came in and grabbed everything they wanted. It's extremely sad and painful, the history of our world and our land. And I wrote this song 10 years ago now. No, 8. I forget time. And it's very inspired by all the things we owe to the indigenous cultures of our world. And when I sing this song, I can feel the energy of the earth coming up my spine through the soles of my feet. And run up to my head, making me a bit dizzy but mostly happy. And I hope you feel it too, because when you connect with this, I don't know, it sounds very like really wishy, but I think you understand, because when you truly connect with the earth and the history and kindness and goodness and everything that is the core, or is supposed to be the core of human beings, it makes you feel so in touch and powerful with something. And I don't know how to explain it better than with the next song. Talked about earlier. I stepped on it again. Like this. just ate a huge pad thai. Yes. Pregnante. I feel very pregnant with it. And also I'm noticing that I really need to pee. But I forget about it when I sing, so it's fine. And also, my thighs really hurt because when I walk like this. Because I'm half crab, or my mother was a crab. Anyways, I don't want to talk too much about it. But I forgot all about it because of one of you, lovely people. It's the magic you bring that you make me forget about the pea, the food baby, and the crab thighs. And I'm so grateful. I will never forget this. What a nice place. I've really enjoyed my day. I've walked around in the area and people have been so nice and I've just loved it. I'm really happy to be here and I'm so happy that you're here too. Thank you so much, all of you. Is for the ones in here that has a lot on their mind. It's a very strange world we live in. And I think, or you know I say it a lot, that just being human sometimes in itself is hard enough. It's the most under-discussed super sport is to just simply exist. It's very impressive. I'm very impressed by all of us, dealing with all of our own stuff, and also figuring out how to exist and coexist with the world and with the people around us. And I think so much is happening that it's hard to feel empathy also. And then you wonder if something is wrong with you. But then you can't feel empathy with the whole world all the time, because sometimes just making it to the next day is enough. So I hope you never feel like ashamed, because there's a lot of pressure now to like mean something about every fucking thing, and there's you know, and I think sometimes it's just, you know, you never know what people are going through, and sometimes we have enough just to make it to tomorrow. So I hope you never feel ashamed for not being able sometimes to care about the whole world, because it's a very natural thing. And then when you feel good enough in this life, when you've worked enough on yourself, then maybe one day you'll have enough to care about everything. But you know, just, I don't know, be kind to yourself first. It's very important. I guess I want to say something about the really devastating, tragic events that happened recently in Texas. And I think there's nothing more sad and heartbreaking when it's our children that end up dying because we haven't managed to fix the world fast enough and change the world fast enough. And it's horrible how much is happening out there and how many people are dying, how many children are dying before they even got to live, just because people want the right to own guns, or because people it's such a strange world. And I guess you all feel like me, because you know it feels like nobody's listening to us. And we want to change so bad for our rights to love who we want to love, for our rights to be who we are. Like, even just asking for the use of right pronouns is such a small thing to ask for. I feel sometimes, and I know you feel it too, like we're not being heard. And I don't know, all this anxiousness with just yourself and the world not really listening and changing fast enough for us. I wrote this song about all of this. I know it's a lot, but the next song is kind of about this. And to you who feel the same, peace out. You're all, oh, yeah, I know you've been, I'm gonna take it now. But once, can you throw it to me? Thank you. Oh, it's so gorgeous, thank you. Can I say, like, not in detail, but like roughly, the story between you and me? Because a long time ago, you were in the hospital, and I met your friend in Manchester, and she wanted me to send you a message of encouragement because you were going through a hard time. And then I did, and now you're here, look at it. And how are you now? Are you feeling good? Feeling better? As good as you can. Oh, that's so lovely. This is actually perfect because the next song is about hope. And it's about love. Because I see so much hope and love in people. No, I see so much hope when I see love in people. Because especially when we love ourselves, when you see people treat themselves nicely, kindly, like they would treat like their best friend or their siblings if they like their siblings. It's incredibly beautiful, and when you treat each other with love and respect, the whole world just becomes just like it was meant to be all this time. And I wrote this next song in my sleep when I had been looking at people for a whole day and just enjoying looking at them and experiencing how they behaved, I guess, because people are very, very beautiful when they don't know they're being watched. And when they're just doing small things, it's very easy to fall in love with people. Yeah, and I saw this young girl running to her mother, and her mother was like, and that moment between like the young girl, I think she was like 4, the mother was also like 4, but like just seeing them, the small one was the child, and it was just so beautiful, and everyone around smiled, and I smiled, and this act of like just pure love and excitement just made everyone's day better, and it was so incredibly beautiful, and it had so much force, this small tiny thing, and that alone gave me all the hope I needed to know that we're going to be fine in the end, and we're going to fix all the problems that needs to be fixed, and there's a lot of them. But I really have hope, and it's important to have hope because then we dare to at least try and keep fighting for all of us, because we're not happy until all of us are. Anyways, this next song is about this force that exists just here on earth in all of us, and it's hella gorgeous. Oh, can you give some love to Frederick? things I care the most about, and that is the fact that we need to cry more and we need to feel less ashamed to cry and to be open in our emotions and our struggles. Because the worst lie, or one of the worst lies we've been told as humans in this world, is that the thing you go through, you're going through alone. You never go through anything alone. There's no emotion that you go through that someone here in the room hasn't also gone through. And if we talked more about things, we would know how together we are, and our struggles and our victories and our sadness and happiness, like all of it. And I just hate it that we feel so alone when we're so many in this world, and you can see how devastating life becomes. Some people hurt themselves, some people hurt others because of this thing we haven't solved yet, how to share and talk and communicate. It's so important, and I hope everyone here knows how allowed you are to cry and feel whatever. Yes, you sir, right there. No, but it's so important. It's so important.
I'm crying.
And especially also men in this world aren't allowed to feel. And you can see the impact it has on the statistics of people taking their own lives. It's mostly men. And I think it's very much because men aren't allowed or taught that they can feel and cry and be open the same way at least the world is trying to teach us women. So I want to I just hope you know that it makes everything so much better, even though it's uncomfortable. Just do it.
Just do it.
Yes, okay, I think that's all I wanted to say, that you can cry, and here is the river. Was trying to trap me. Three at last. And yes. The next song is about another thing I care very much about, and I will keep it short.
No!
Mother Earth is one of the most beautiful creations in our universe. And so far as we know it, she's the only planet with life, and yet we are ruining her. And I think it's such an arrogant and strange thing, and we should, it's about more than just saving the world. It's about saving the soul of humanity, because who are we if we let her die? And we won't let it happen. And this next song I wrote many years ago, and it's inspired by the people in our world that are doing the most to protect holy land, forests, the indigenous peoples around the world. And it's amazing how they have fought and died to protect the world. And we can thank them for so much. And still, they are fighting. And I can't believe, anyway, I won't get into it because it makes me so mad, this world we live in. It makes me happy, but it makes me angry as well. But I think anger that's directed into passion, into something else than just violence, anger that fuels like a war cry for the change we so desperately want to see. I think that's a good kind of anger, a type of anger that we need, like a fire. And I feel it so when I sing this song, and I love to perform barefoot because I feel connected to the earth, to the ground. I hope for the next song that you can feel it too, because it feels nice to connect with that ancient emotion, that grounded feeling, because that's who we are as people. Many of us have forgotten, but some remember, and we have to let ourselves be inspired by them, and remember too the core in humankind, and I don't know, I hate it. Yes, so this is for your heels. This song. I sing only to your feet. And if you want to send me pictures of your feet after, that's not that I. I would not be angry if you send pictures of all your toes. Wouldn't it be super cool if you realize now that I have a massive foot fetish? Sadly, I don't. But I think feet are really cool though. I feel like I drifted off the point of this whole speech. Okay, anyways, here is